Hello, everybody. Brian here. Being January 5th at 3:43 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard. Look here is there's fewer excellent scores, so it's not looking good. Even the markets are probably temporarily up. And yesterday, markets were down. So that was the first real trading day of the year, 2021. So here we have a long Canadian Swiss franc. I don't really pay attention to that at all, for a variety of reasons. The yen, we can tell how strong the yen, but again, that's just one of those trades that I'm not going to worry about because Rand is just so unpredictable. As I said before, here's a hideout spot right here is a Singapore 30. You have a slight long, so if you're looking for some performance, you might get out of Singapore, and here you got another one, again, a long on Singapore and Japanese yen. I've been saying it for a little while, that Asia does seem to be strengthening. A short on the 30-year treasury, that's not good. Here's one that may be more out of desperation. U.S. in INR, the rupee, got along there, but again, I'm not very convinced of that. I think it's just a temporary. The Saudi as well is up there. Again, these might be alternatives, but I don't get excited by these because they haven't proven themselves over a long period of time. The 10 years got a short. Ooh. Now we're getting, we're still in the excellent. So here, again, something's going on in the Rand. As far as I know, maybe it might be iron ore might be more expensive, so that might be driving up the Rand. I don't know how much mining South Africa does. Again, we have another long here on the Canadian Swiss franc. Okay, so here's another interesting one with the Hong Kong. I anticipated Hong Kong would sort of strengthen. You can see here it did go up a little bit with Canadian Hong Kong. So that might be temporary. And it's again, we have another one, Turkish lira and Japanese yen short. The Deutsche 30 short. And again, we have here the the S&P 500 short. That's a pretty steep one. We had a little pullback, came back. US 30, another short. So credibility of the US is taking definitely a hit. British pound and USD. Okay, so now last four were very good. So this is where it gets interesting. I've talked about this yesterday. Gold is reversing. When you see these, they'll start to flatten out. But what the key is to figure out which currency is best to hold gold. Now, this is not a sure thing, but it just gives you something to ponder on. And we said that the Swiss franc was your best one. So here you can see that gold and Australian dollar is flattening out. We have gold in the Canadian, same story. But here it might change. Here it flattens out, but it's still, the pullback's not as steep. Not only that, but we have three calls for gold and Swiss francs. So that was the same as yesterday. In fact, it was just, okay, we had four now. So all four, was it 1, 2, 3, 3. So we have three longs for that. So that's a for sure. And it makes sense because the largest private gold storage in the world is in Switzerland. Here we have, again, gold in euro. We got three of them, three longs again. So that, and we got some more higher target here, so that might be a good one as well. So again, we have gold in Swiss franc, gold in euro. Let's see how gold in British pound. So we have three of those. So you can see here, get one short. So 1 out of 3 are shorts, or 2 out of 3 are longs. So that, again, I mentioned this last week, how you can use this to see general direction and the general performance of currency as well, to see if, with gold being now one of the last bastions of safe haven investment, New Zealand, gold in New Zealand again. So we have three of those. Those are looking pretty good. So that's pretty good. Actually, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 out of 4 shorts for gold. So continuing along, we have Australia markets not looking good. Singapore, not as strong for gold in Singapore, and then we're going to check Japan as well. Let's see if we can get Japan up. Same thing, not much to be, it was only 2 there, so the strength of the Japanese yen is not as strong as potentially the Swiss franc. If things start to line up where there is a crash, I did read Carl Icahn did say he's starting to hedge against a potential major crash, so that says right there as an alert what could come. Gold is being lined up as well, so I think we are going to start to have to hunker down here for something. So Australia, Euro, again, these are all shorts. So here we got Euro and Czechoslovakia, strong, long, Euro, and Turkey. We got 3 of those, 3 longs. So actually 2 out of 3 longs. And that crazy one for Euro in Rand, I don't really pay a lot of attention to them, but I think when you start to see big moves, looking back on this might be a cry of desperation, because there's nothing out there to invest into at all, which is rare, which is non-existent. So we got more shorts here. What do we got here? So more shorting on the 30-year. This is very dangerous territory. We don't have long calls for Treasury, which is supposed to be a traditional safe haven. All we have is gold, which we've already covered. Man, SPX, yeah. US 30, another short here. This is on the 30 markets for US. A 5-year looks really not good. 10 years not looking good. So here's where the desperation again. We get a long here, USD and the Turkish lira, man, because there's nothing else to go into. Here we have another potential long. I've been saying this, natural gas, because if the cold weather hits, that long will continue. Again, more shorting. Wow, there's so many here. Okay, so here this one's still holding on the dear life, which is Australia, New Zealand, and we're really good. So I'm just going to leave it, data connection or the software. I don't know. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.